Tonight, a change of command for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in Walla Walla. We'll hear from the new officer in charge. Stacey?
Another hot weekend ahead with excessive heat warnings in place. I'll give you all the details in my First Alert weather forecast.
And a family is suing after an attack at Eastern State Hospital resulted in a 70-year-old man's death. Why this case is different from the ones that have come before.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. We begin with your First Alert forecast as temperatures are rising again.
Stacey Lee joins us now. And Stacey, we didn't quite make the triple digits today.
Not quite, and we say the temperatures are rising a couple degrees, but it's just been hot, hot, hot. And once again, we're going to hit those triple-digit temps, so there is an excessive heat warning all the way through Sunday night at 10 p.m. all through the area. Dangerous heat once again. Stay indoors, stay hydrated, and remember, overnight it doesn't cool much. We're sitting right at the edge of the triple digits, 99 degrees, just like we were yesterday. Our feels like is 97, and our sunset tonight at 8:47. Let's take a look at what's headed your way as far as other temperatures in the area. 96 in Walla Walla as well as Yakima, 97 Ellensburg and Hermiston. Again, the warm spot right now is the Tri-Cities at 99 degrees. Tonight, we're going to drop down into the 60s, clear and warm. And if you're heading out to the C3 Slam tomorrow, it's going to be a hot one. Definitely take lots of breaks and stay hydrated. And the place I would be tomorrow, Columbia River. It's going to be hot, but the water temperature now 65 degrees. So that would be the place I'd be heading to. I'll get to all the details about what's heading your way for the weekend and into next week coming up. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. The DNR and the Bureau of Land Management have declared burn bans on their land. Kittitas County will be doing the same starting at midnight. The county is banning all open burning, although you will still be allowed to have fires in designated campgrounds inside fire rings, and you can still use grills and propane for gas stoves. Well, millions of Americans are facing extreme heat right now with at least 18 deaths reported so far in California. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest.
Dueling extremes this weekend with the life-threatening flooding and dangerous heat from coast to coast. The historic heat wave in the West that already shattered triple-digit records continues. Las Vegas reached its sixth consecutive day above 115 degrees, its third above 118. Denver and Omaha could also see triple digits. The East is now bracing for part of that same heat dome. Record highs are possible across the East Coast. This as 45 million Americans in 11 states, from South Carolina to Massachusetts, are under a flood watch. This video showing washed out roads in Dalton, New Hampshire. Texas's power grid still crippled after Hurricane Beryl.
Just trying to keep our food from being spoiled.
More than 1 million were in the dark 5 days after the storm, with officials warning they could be without power until next week.
How in the world can it take almost a week and then you're talking till Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe next week? How is that possible?
Massive lines at food and water distribution centers, several hours long, and hospitals overcrowded, unable to discharge patients who don't have power. Officials had to convert part of the Houston Texans arena for overflow. The state's lieutenant governor now demanding an investigation into the main utility company.
Folks, that is not acceptable.
CenterPoint, the state's main utility company, admits it should have done more to improve infrastructure ahead of Beryl. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Locally tonight, a farewell and a homecoming for the USACE Walla Walla District. Today, the district hosted a change of command ceremony, which is a tradition in the military.
Yeah, and Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald introduces us to the outgoing and incoming command.
Lieutenant Colonel Shalyn Kingslack relinquished command of the Walla Walla District of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to Lieutenant Colonel Katie Werbeck.
Colonel Hall will in turn pass the colors to the new district commander, Lieutenant Colonel Werbeck, charging her with the same responsibility and authority.
So the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, I think, is a superpower for our civil works, with just the commander and the deputy really as uniformed members. The rest of our team are civilians who are just technical experts, and having the commander and the deputy change every 2 years makes us look really hard at ourselves very often.
Commanders of the USACE districts get just a 2-year stay.
To learn the district of 900 people and try to make change in 2 years, it's going to be pretty hard. It's going to be a fast drive.
Thank you to the best district in the Corps. I just wanted to make sure that she really got as prepared as possible so that when she takes command, she's not starting from scratch. So I wanted to make sure all the different programs and projects that we have in the district, that we give her that like 30,000-foot view first and get her kind of situated into the district. That way, when today, as soon as she takes command, she's able to kind of just dig into a project, dig into any details she needs to dig into.
While much has happened in the 2 years since Lieutenant Colonel Kingslack has been in command, she says there's more on the way.
And we look towards the future. McNary Spillway has a lot of concerns with our life and safety of my employees there, and so there's much needed repair and rehabilitation needed on our cranes and our hoists to ensure that we continue operating those spillways safely. And so we've made a lot of headway on that I'm proud to say, in the last 2 years, and that's just going to continue moving forward. McNary modernization is also going on. It's just millions and millions and millions of dollars of improvements in McNary Dam.
Werbach says her big four are teamwork, trust, accountability, and adaptability.
Do my best to make the district just a little bit better, taking care of our people, sending everybody home safely, and doing our part of the mission for the American public.
Keeping the lights on, the grain moving, the fish swimming, and the people safe. Building strong, essay-ons, be all that you can be.
Reporting in Walla Walla, I'm Riley Fitzgerald for Apple Valley News Now.
Riley, thank you for that. Walla Walla VA is hosting a Summer Vet Fest event tomorrow morning, Saturday. This is so people can get information about the PACT Act, which started earlier this year. According to the Walla Walla VA, it is easy to get information out to the veterans who see them, but a lot harder to reach the veterans who don't visit the VA. So through the PACT Act, veterans' eligibility to receive health care has expanded for conditions that may have occurred during military service. Scott Kelter, the medical center director with the Walla Walla VA, explains that service-connected conditions are now considered presumptive.
Veterans don't have to prove that if they have this condition and served at that point in time and in a certain location, they don't have to prove that that condition is connected to their service. VA presumes that that condition that they might have is connected to their service.
Kelter went on to explain that many veterans who were previously not eligible or were rejected for claims may be eligible now. Staff will be on site to explain everything this weekend. The event is happening on the Walla Walla VA campus. That's on the parade field. It starts at 9 a.m. It goes till noon. Again, that's Saturday. And there's also going to be activities for the whole family.
A family is suing the state of Washington after a 70-year-old man was fatally attacked at Eastern State Hospital. Now, that's a psychiatric facility in Medical Lake where people who are mentally ill and accused of crimes can go through treatment, or where people who have been found not guilty by reason of insanity are committed. Natalie Grant reports 2 years ago, one patient attacked another, and it was all caught on surveillance camera.
I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
Jesse Zelmer knows his father, Daniel, was not a perfect man, but he loved him just the same. Daniel was involuntarily committed to Eastern State Hospital on February 25th of 2022. Less than 1 month later, on March 17th, Daniel was left alone with a 5-time convicted felon with a history of violent behavior and accusations he threatened other patients. Marte Ellis was also involuntarily committed to Eastern State Hospital, already facing criminal charges. Police say in 2021 he attacked an innocent woman in downtown Spokane, punching and throwing her to the ground. Eerily similar to what happened to Daniel Zelmer. In this security footage, you can see Ellis pace down the hallway and approach the room Daniel was in. Ellis seems to call Daniel out of the room, and that's when the attack erupts. You can see Ellis kicking Daniel in the stomach and punching him in the face several times before staff intervened. This put Daniel in a coma. He died several days later. Jesse and his sister didn't know until their father was dead.
I remember when I found out. Apparently, there's a local newspaper there in Spokane. And so my sister sent me a link to that, and that is how we found out. So we were not called or advised of any of it.
This is not the first time a death like this has occurred at Eastern State Hospital. Attorney Michael Franklin has been involved in 3 cases like it, with families like the Zelmers suing Eastern State Hospital.
My reaction initially was, here we go again, right? Eastern has a pattern, it seems, of allowing these things to happen. And brutal attacks like this and deaths are entirely preventable.
According to Franklin, the 3 cases show a pattern of victims being allowed to be alone with violent patients. One man was attacked in his bed while sleeping. One was attacked in the bathroom. But this case is different due to the surveillance footage capturing the attack.
In this case, seeing it happen and seeing it go down over the course of several minutes as the thing escalated, it was eye-opening. Somebody should have prevented it. Somebody from Eastern should have prevented this. He should have been on assault watch by Eastern, and he wasn't.
According to the lawsuit at the time, Ellis was on assault precautions, but this was not differentiated from normal 15-minute observations for all patients at Eastern State Hospital. Ellis has still not faced trial for Zelmer's death or the downtown assault because of his ongoing mental health challenges. But no matter the outcome of that case, the family of Daniel Zelmer hopes their father's death will lead to a meaningful change within the halls of Eastern State.
It cannot happen. There needs to be change. Something needs to change here so it doesn't happen to anyone else.
And that was Natalie Grant reporting. Now, lawyers expect the civil case against Eastern State Hospital to go to trial in the next 12 to 18 months. Meanwhile, Marte Ellis is still going through treatment. His next court date is in August to see if he is mentally fit to stand trial.
Let's switch gears and talk about your forecast. Temperatures are on the way back up, and Stacy has the details on a heat advisory for this weekend.
The heat won't stop events around the region, though. We are talking about some of the highlights of a busy summer weekend coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Bath Fitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bath Fitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Attention all Hanford and PNNL workers and contractors. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m. You may qualify for additional healthcare benefits and financial compensation. Learn more at our free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m.
I grew up picking cherries right here in this orchard. Bumps and bruises on us, never on them. If only Congress worked that way. Professional politicians look out for themselves, while working families suffer from inflation, open borders, drugs, and crime. We can do better. We can secure our border and make life affordable again by picking better people to fight for us in Congress. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Vote now in the Apple Valley News Now Restaurant Showdown.
Apple Valley News Now at 5 is back, and it's a heritage celebration that's been going on for 125 years in Athena, Oregon. We're talking about the annual Caledonian Games celebrating Scottish heritage. It starts tomorrow morning at 8:45 on Main Street with a parade. After that, there's vendors, games, and more festivities in the Athena City Park. 11 o'clock is when the Strong Man and Strong Women games kick off at the Athena Weston High School practice field. Everything wraps up by about 5 p.m. Event organizers say the event is short on volunteers, and we're gonna hear why on Apple Valley News Now coming up at 6 and talk about how you can get involved.
Over in Richland, crews have been setting up all day for the annual C3 Slam tournament, which tips off tomorrow morning. Organizers say they're planning to hold the tournament as scheduled despite the heat advisory all weekend. The city of Richland will be shutting down part of George Washington Way by John Dam Plaza for the tournament starting tonight at 6. And one doctor with UW Medicine says when you do head for the great outdoors this summer, make sure the kids have the right sunscreen, keep the babies in the shade.
Generally, in the first 6 months of life, it's better not to put sunscreen on your baby. You need to use clothing or keep your baby out of direct sunlight. As they get older and you want to let them have sun exposure, it's good to choose sunscreen. We recommend anything with an SPF or 15 or higher. Sunscreens can be chemically based, but the more effective sunscreens are actually mineral based. And those are much nicer and more user-friendly now than the old zinc oxide cream that was slathered on me when I was a child.
Now we talk about being careful about walking your dogs on hot sidewalks or pavement. Kids can get burned too. Going barefoot in the grass, probably okay, but otherwise you are going to want to make sure the kids have shoes on.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And all good advice, and our UV index this weekend at 8, which is very high, so easy to get a sunburn in this weather. 99 degrees on our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam, winds at 6 miles per hour, so our feels like temp 97. Didn't quite make it to those triple digits once again today. Sunset at 8:47. Here's the nuts and bolts of our weekend forecast. This ridge of high pressure is slowly moving east, so they're going to start feeling these temps to the east, but it's still the swirling pattern bringing that hot air from like Vegas, places like Phoenix, right up into our region, and that's which is causing us to have this excessive heat warning. That's going to be in place through 10 o'clock on Sunday with those triple-digit temperatures, and well, we advise to stay indoors and hydrate if at all possible. If you are outside, get some shade, take lots of breaks, and just be safe out there. We also have a fire weather watch underway for the weekend for the entire region. We're looking for gusty winds on Saturday night into Sunday, 15 to 25 miles an hour sustained with gusts up to 35. Any fires that do start would spread rapidly through the region, so we want to be very fire-wise through the area. Let's talk about those winds. That's what the problem will be. Now, we're doing pretty okay in the Columbia Basin with our winds, but if you look in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley in those mountain gaps, like through the Yakima area, those mountains that wrap around, and through the Ellensburg area, that's where the winds are increasingly strong. We are seeing some breezy to gusty winds out towards Dayton and the foothills of the Blues. Here's Saturday night. This is the winds that I'm talking about. They're going to start picking up from the west through the Columbia River Gorge and through the Yakima Kittitas Valley. They'll start to pick up once again on Sunday morning in those areas, and then the winds will actually start to increase all the way into the Columbia Basin, increasing our fire danger. Temperatures tonight, comfortable sleeping weather, a little bit warmer than last night for some of us. 62 tonight in the Tri-Cities and Toppenish, 66 in Yakima, 63 overnight in Hermiston, 64 in Walla Walla. For tomorrow, sunny and hot. Yes, triple digits once again back in the forecast. And again, that's that southwesterly flow bringing that hot air right into our air. It's like a big oven just coming from the south up to the north, and we'll continue to see this trend for a couple of days with a little bit of a cool off next week. Place to be, Seattle, looking beautiful this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, staying in the 80s, and they cool off nicely to the upper 50s and low 60s. Hot this weekend in Portland, starting out in the 90s, dropping down to the upper 80s, and it's going to be really hot up into the Spokane area. Look at these temperatures just under the triple digits there as well. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. This is what we're talking about. We have a little bit of a dip here and there, but overall we're staying right around the triple digits and dangerously dry conditions. Tri-Cities really hot Saturday, Sunday. We drop just a few degrees. We heat back up Wednesday, and then and we stay there all the way into the first part of next weekend. Fire danger high, especially along the foothills of the Blues. Now we're talking about a few stray dry thunder showers coming through. Most of those will stay in central Oregon, but we could see one slide off to the Blue Mountains. And Hermiston is looking hot and dry as well, with those temperatures dangerously hot Saturday, Sunday, a little bit of a cool down Monday, and we stay in those triple digits. So very hot weather. Stay hydrated out there. Be very, very safe. Take lots of breaks. And again, keep the babies out of the sunshine. Stick around. I have your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
Stacey, thank you. Apple Valley News Now is hosting the 2024 Restaurant Showdown, and we need your help to find out who the best restaurants are in our area. To get started, a group of local influencers picked 64 different restaurants and set up initial brackets. They're divided into 4 regions: Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, with the 4th representing other areas, including Hermiston, Prosser, and Ellensburg. Round 1 just started today. It's going to run through 8 p.m. Tuesday. There will be a vote of 6 rounds of voting until we have one overall winner. To vote, use your mobile, scan the QR code on your screen right here and follow the instructions, or on your desktop or laptop, click on contests at applevalleynewsnow.com and select Restaurant Showdown. After voting, follow the instructions to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. 24 cards in all will be given away. You can vote every time. You can enter every time you vote for a total of 6 entries. The more you enter, the more chances you have to win. For all the details, just go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Jessica Jalol and Jill Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Downtown Summer Nights 2024, presented by Yakima Federal Savings and Loans. Mark your calendar for the last 3 Thursdays of June, July, and August. Join us at our new location, 15 West Yakima Avenue. It's time to make this summer the best one yet. Live music, local artists, and delicious food await. Bring the whole family for a night of fun and festivities, and for our guests over 21, don't miss out on our exclusive beer garden. Enjoy the best cocktails, wine, beer, and cider the Valley has to offer. For more details, visit downtownyakima.com.
So you got yourself a new hat.
Yep, had to. Fired up to fire Biden.
Now, well, first we got to deal with that Congressman, Newhouse.
That's easy. Not voting Newhouse.
You know, he voted to impeach Trump. I'm not voting for no Newhouse.
How about Jared Sessler?
Sessler the vegan?
Jared Sessler's a vegan.
He's a vegan and he wants to tax our beef.
There's only one choice.
Now, there is only one choice, and that's Tiffany Smiley.
Tiffany Smiley it is.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising. Clear Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Save now with stock reduction savings in Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including $50 off an Avanti 5 cubic foot chest freezer. Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Welcome back. A local downtown Kennewick business owner is celebrating her 16th anniversary, but that wasn't all roses.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now spoke with the owner of Threads earlier today about what she's had to overcome over the years.
I actually opened up then just before a recession, the one in 2008, and that was a struggle. I didn't know if I would survive or not.
Now, coming up later tonight, find out how she was able to keep the doors open and her advice for other small business owners just getting started. All right, we'll have a final look at your forecast coming up.
And we still had tonight an emotional day in court as the judge dismisses the involuntary manslaughter case against Alec Baldwin, saying because of misconduct by police and prosecutors, the case is done for and cannot be filed again. World News Tonight has the details coming up at 5:30.
Vote now in the Apple Valley News Now Restaurant Showdown.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's pizza party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Goodwill provides opportunities for those that might have barriers to employment.
Those barriers could be disabilities all the way up to recently incarcerated. And our job is to find a way to give these folks the skills to find gainful employment in the community.
We provide such a wide variety of training. Our ECC organizations can get somebody a job.
The relationships that are built through those programs gives these organizations a long-time employee if they so wish.
Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Transform your laundry routine with the Electrolux laundry set. Save $1,100 on the set and enjoy a buy one, get one pedestal. Instant savings of an additional $270. Experience superior cleaning and energy efficiency, making laundry day a breeze with Electrolux. Steam technology gently lifts dirt and stains, while the Lux Care wash system ensures a thorough clean with every cycle. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
It's the all-new Apple Valley News Now weekend with local news, regional news, first alert weather, and much more every Saturday and Sunday, including a complete wrap-up Sunday night at 11. Apple Valley News Now weekend from Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Next ET, we're at the ESPYs with Prince Harry's Big Honor. Plus, our red carpet twister with Glenn Powell. Then, Missy Elliott's dance party. Holla! Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. We're wrapping up the week on a positive note with your pictures.
That's right, the viewer photo of the day. And we've seen a lot of wildlife. Look at that one.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize we have a lot of deer. And did you know deer can swim? I have seen them swim across the Columbia River before.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, thanks, Kathy. If you'd like to have your viewer photo featured, all you have to do is use your smartphone there and grab a picture of the QR code on the right side of your screen, or go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab. Let's talk about tomorrow. It's going to be a hot one out there, and I know there's the Pendleton Whiskey Fest. We've got the C3 Slam. There's the Scottish Fest in Athena, Oregon. Everybody, you're going to be in the triple digits. So it is going to be a hot one. Try to get some of that stuff out of the way early. Let's move on and look at our 7-day planning forecast. Yep. All I can say is there it is, very hot. We are dangerously dry. We also have a red flag, not a red flag warning yet, but a fire weather watch in place for Sunday into Monday due to strong gusty winds. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla and Hermiston. So be very, very fire wise. If you're pulling a trailer, make sure those chains aren't dragging, creating a spark, which could spark a fire.
Very good advice. Thank you, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.
Yeah, hoping your news is good news.
Good night.